Now I will list you the 10 most unproductive things that people do during their workday. And I want you to ask yourself how many of these things would be excluded if you did a digital diet. The number one thing that people do is they read news websites for 1 hour and 5 minutes every single day. The second one is check social media for 44 minutes every single day. The third one, discuss non-related work things with coworkers, 6 minutes. Search for new jobs, 26 minutes. Take smoke breaks, 23 minutes. Make calls to partners and friends, 18 minutes. Make hot drinks, 17 minutes. Text or instant message, 14 minutes. Eat snacks, 8 minutes. Make food in the office, 7 minutes. Now, if you keep that in mind, and if you keep in mind all the time that is wasted on emails, on correspondence, on meetings, how productive are people really? Now, that's only during the actual workday. Now, what happens after work? What happens in the night? What happens in the morning? We will get to how powerful a digital detox is in a minute, but first let me give you this exercise. Try to just for 24 hours or 48 hours, just write down everything you do. From going to the bathroom at 12:03 to 12:05 to working at 12:30 to 12:35, whatever it is, just write everything down for 24 hours. You will be surprised how you're spending your time. You will be surprised how much time you actually have if you peel off all the unnecessary things. Now let's look at what I had to say at 48 hours into the digital detox. And what I noticed is that I have so much more energy. You know, obviously you can talk about dopamine. Obviously you have way more dopamine when you abstain from these things. I walked today around 20 to 30K steps. Yesterday the same thing, whereas normally I only walk around 10,000. So I just have so much more energy that is being freed up now because I no longer am engaged in all these outside influences, you know, because I noticed that when you open your computer, even for a second, even if you open your Instagram feed for a second, you're being influenced by someone. Someone is taking your attention. Someone wants you to buy their products or believe in what they're saying or follow their page, or there is some other call to action, or they want to change the way you think, right? So you're always being influenced through music, through entertainment, through Netflix, through YouTube, everywhere. And another thing I found very interesting is that this thing called social media, right, that we have today, it used to be such a beautiful thing. In fact, it's only 10 years ago, I remember, that we called it social networks, okay? So it was a place where we could meet people, where we could use our time productively, whereas now it's just one big marketplace of people trying to influence you, and this is draining you. It's sucking out your creative energy, and you can literally measure that in how many steps you walk, because I was walking so much more. Yes, you could say I'm maybe a bit bored these days. I have a bunch of time I don't know what to do with. However, how do you explain that today I went to do my regular gym routine and I was just so much stronger, and I beat all my personal records without any effort? I felt like I could stay there forever. I just have all this energy in my mind. I'm way more calm. So my nervous system is functioning better. The brain is functioning better. The muscles are more relaxed. They're not being tensed by all this external stimuli that you have to fight off all the time. Whereas you have this opinion screaming at you, and you listen to a song, and you go into the supermarket. There's like a radio in the supermarket with advertisement running, and you're subconsciously being affected by all this stimuli around you that you're not being aware of unless you do a digital detox. So I really recommend this 48 hours in. So yeah, way more energy, way more focus, way more determinism, and you just become so conscious about how you're spending your time. You start realizing on a deep level that it's not about working hard. Life is not about working hard. It's about working smart. It's about making the smart decisions. It's about learning to see opportunities. It's about learning to be creative. It's about learning to see things in a positive way. These things are infinitely more powerful than working hard or how much time you spend. You should never measure your value or your worth in how much time you're spending on a given subject or a given thing. And when it comes to time, and you are someone, say, who is stuck in a 9-to-5, well, just look at how much extra time you would have if you just did a digital detox. Not to speak of all the mental clarity. Now that I don't have all this external stimuli bombarding me all the time non-stop, I can focus on the things that really matter. There is a book that I read called Digital Detox. It's a very short book. It's only 70 pages or something like that. And there is a few, you could call them diets, okay? So you could call them list of things that you have to exclude from your life for a set amount of time. There's obviously like the nightmare mode, and then there's like the soft mode. So if you're a beginner at this, try the soft mode for just 24 hours. Just point out a few things that you don't appreciate, that you think are dragging you down or are draining your energy, and exclude them from your life for 24 hours. Keep it simple, keep it easy, and then build it up later, because the hardest mode is the Vipassana mode. This is where you exclude everything. Even writing and reading is forbidden in the Vipassana mode, and then you go for 10 days straight. So you pick your rules and then you follow them for a set amount of time, and yeah, it's amazing. Thanks for watching.